I did that message on fishers of men, and I gave the story about the maggots, the fishing for whitefish. And so, first of all, a few things about that story. I was 13 or 14 years old, 12, 13, 14, somewhere in that ballpark. We lived right on the Yakima River, and there was a dike, the rock, wall that they built between our house and the Yakima River, but it was right there. And so I just climbed over the dike and fish. Our side of the dike was kind of like a gravel. It would look like gravel. On the other side, the river side, it was like big boulders. And so we could go down there and we'd fish off that. And we'd fish all, the boulders made for good holes for bass and catfish and thing. But during the wintertime, when it got real, real cold, these whitefish had come in, sort of like a squawfish, as I think, as I recall, I think they were. But I was only like 12 or 13 or 14. So 12, 13, 14-year-old person is relatively impressionable. And so I'm not guaranteeing that how I was taught to use the maggots was conventional. I'm not promising, that it was conventional. Someone asked, well, couldn't you just put them, because they were frozen, they were alive, but they were frozen. And so if you'd warm them up, they would start wiggling. Once you warmed them up, and you could put them on the hooks, and they'd wiggle there in the whitefish. But I'm talking, it was cold outside. I can't tell you the temperature, but there would be ice. We'd have to clean the ice off the fishing line as we reeled it in. The ice on would freeze up, and it would freeze the line into the eyes on the pole. It was cold, cold, cold. So you couldn't, put in your hand like this. It's not going to work when your hands, you had to have gloves on your hands. And so you're not going to, if you got gloves to warm your hands, you're not going to be able to warm up maggots in your gloves. That's not going to warm. So what I was told to do is we would just take a couple of those frozen maggots and we'd put them in our lip, and until they started wiggling. And so Brother Rob felt like I should demonstrate that. And so yeah, we'd go to the store. It'd be a little, little pill bottle like this, and frozen maggots in there, and you just take them out and just put them right there, and you just let them stay there, and yeah, you just let them stay there until you start to see them wiggling. Then you pull them out. You could put them on your fishing pole, and really, really tiny hooks, and and so forth like that. And I didn't know if you weren't supposed to do that. I didn't know it. I just thought it was. I thought it was what everyone did. And so anyway, that's that. Turn to. I'll swallow. But I appreciate the Robs, wanting me to demonstrate that. All right, 174, hymn number 174. Those were Tic Tacs, by the way, just in case you didn't.